Disclaimer: this video contains spooky tales of local landmark Old Bedford School. Watch at your own discretion.
To the Bedford community, Old Bedford School is the site of fond memories, a place where the city celebrates holidays, where local seniors gather and have fun, or, if you've lived here a long time, where you went to school. For some, Old Bedford School brings up other types of memories, ones that can't be easily explained. With such a storied past, it's easy to imagine things might go bump in the night here. But before I tell you more, do you believe in ghosts? Because for these tales, you're gonna need an open mind. Welcome to the upstairs auditorium of Old Bedford School, an original part of the building when it first opened to students in 1915. For years, this building served as the area's education center to children in 1st through 11th grade. It started with 4 classrooms downstairs, but as the population grew, more classrooms, along with a cafeteria and gymnasium, were added in the 1950s. Eventually, the school could no longer accommodate the growing number of students, and children were relocated to the new Bell Manor Elementary School. Later, in 1973, HEB-ISD sold the Old Bedford School and surrounding 13 acres to the city of Bedford. The building sat dormant, serving as a storage facility and maintenance warehouse until 1991, when a fire broke out on the 2nd floor, causing extensive damage. But Old Bedford School rose from the ashes as the city and a group of passionate residents worked together to rebuild and restore the schoolhouse to its original floor plan. Many have walked through these doors as part of their 3rd grade field trip to learn about life in the early days and Bedford history. However, the doors had to be closed once again in 2017 when extensive damage was discovered to the roof and more work had to be done to preserve this piece of local history. In 2019, Old Bedford School had a renewed purpose when it began to house the city's senior programming. To this day, laughter, music, and conversation fill these rooms by day, and a local theater group uses the auditorium at night. Outside of normal activities, people say strange things happen here, things that can't logically be explained. We talked to current and former city staff, along with people who have spent a lot of time within these walls. The things they told us will send chills down your spine. Several have described hearing voices. Some say the voice directly speaks to them. Others just recount hearing a voice nearby. The voices were so distinct and clear, staff had to call police officers in to sweep the building, thinking someone was inside. Much of the activity happens upstairs. Witnesses report hearing large objects fall, footsteps, and doors opening and closing. When city employees go upstairs, nothing is out of place and no one is around. Have goosebumps yet? So do we. This Halloween, we wanted to do something special. We called in some experts to find out what was lurking in Bedford's historic landmark. Paranormal research team Mystic Ghosts has been investigating allegedly haunted locations for over 20 years and has been featured on the Biography Channel, Dallas Morning News, CBS 11, and many others. Tonight, they're joining the Bedford Communications team for an overnight investigation of Old Bedford School. And we're taking you along with us. We're starting our night by walking through each room of the building, first with the classrooms on the main floor. Mystic Ghosts is getting a feel for each room before communicating with anyone or anything that might be listening. We move upstairs to the theater where most of the accounts of strange sounds have occurred. Right away, Michelle felt a presence on the stage.
I'm walking into something right here.
What's that?
Walk behind this couch. Yeah, it's like transient. It's like moving. see. Well, I don't feel it now, but it followed me over here.
What this is, they call it a millimeter, but it's a EMF. It has a couple of different things, but mainly I use it just for the EMF readings, because everything has an electromagnetic field around it, and they say that maybe spirits can utilize that, or they have electromagnetic field. So, but you have to really take it into account because everything gives off. Because if I hold it up next to your camera, it should. Yeah, see, it kind of spikes a little bit because it's pulling. Yeah, see, it went up to 0.1. So, but if it's sitting there and there's nothing in the area that it could draw that from, then you have to kind of wonder if maybe there was something.
There's definitely something in this room. I'm going to tell you that right now. I can feel it, and especially that corner over there.
That back corner?
Yeah.
After the theater, we make our way backstage to the room where the props are stored.
The refrigerator in here.
We didn't go through here.
This must be the storage closet they're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh wait, look, back here. So you got a lot of knickknacks. Little things that could hold the energy, yeah? That looks old.
I'd like to invite whoever's in this building to communicate with Ben and I. We're gonna be here all night, so we're trying to figure out why you guys are still here. We're not here to disrespect you. We're only here to get answers, and maybe if you need to tell a story, you can let us know, and if we can help you, we'll try and do that as well. Whomever's listening to me, if you can go gather the other people that are here, we would love to communicate with you tonight. We will go over the equipment with you very soon. But I know I felt somebody.
Maybe it was back here. Because that's the other side right there where you were earlier, right there.
We are now formally introduced to the building, and the investigation begins upstairs, where Michelle and Ben felt something on the stage. They bring out multiple devices to communicate with whoever might be present.
What we're gonna do is, this is a Tesla coil, and it's a radio frequency oscillator. So it uses really high voltage to create wireless electricity. So the theory is, we're gonna charge the energy, charge the particles, and spirits can draw in that energy and communicate with us better. Whoever's in this room, I know I felt you earlier. I invite you to use this energy so you can communicate with us better. Pretty soon we're gonna pull out some devices and try and speak to you and ask you questions. So if you're able to use this energy to somehow create a voice box and speak to us, that would be great.
After charging the air, Ben returns to the stage where they originally felt a presence.
Yeah, see, I'm picking up the EMF off of that thing. I wonder if that's just picking up the residual off there, but this thing is like jumping. It's going like 3.3, 2.1, because where you were feeling stuff before.
It just feels really warm in here.
Yeah, well, it says it's 73.
Well, it was cooler earlier.
Pay close attention to the device in Ben's hand.
Oh,
You get a spike?
yeah, 4.5. That's interesting. What? Oh, is there something over there, back there?
Whoever was here, can you please come back? Yeah, I feel it back here. This is a spirit box, a form of spirit box. It goes through radio channels at a really high rate, but this particular one concentrates more on the white noise in between the stations. And we've got we got a lot of evidence using this. As far as, whatever the location is, we're asking questions. It just seemed to correlate with what we were doing.
Same thing twice, like drop, tread,
Hold on.
window.
Can you say that again, please?
Sorry.
That sounded like a female.
Yeah.
What is your name? I gotta walk around. Who was I feeling earlier? Can you tell us which room to go to? Where do you want us to go?
Even though we were led to the restrooms, our attempts to communicate with any entities were unsuccessful. So we returned backstage with a device that detects air currents and a special camera that picks up anomalies in the room.
I hear it getting higher.
Yeah. As I get close to the alcohol bottles.
Well, something was on here in front of you.
You know, when we first came through, this is where I was kind of stopping and
Yeah.
looking at this stuff.
She said that's where the paper flew off.
This is where this thing flew off the shelf.
Yeah. There's something right below. Go down. Up. He disappeared. It was like right in there. He's there again. We might have to back up just a little bit. There was something right here.
Yeah, you know, when I first walked through, this is where, and I didn't know this was where that stuff flew off the shelf.
It disappeared.
Well, this thing keeps getting faster the closer I get to, like, the alcohol bottles that are over here. Right. you
Ben,
know? That makes sense. What?
come over this way.
Where? What do you mean? Towards you?
Like where that opening is. Stop. Yeah, right in there.
Right here?
To the right of the mirror, Michelle's device picks up a
Yeah,
tall
right in this
figure.
corner where it's beeping louder. There's something. It disappeared.
Right now, it's almost midnight, and we are gathering in the Old Bedford School classroom, a place where children a century ago used to learn and play. Michelle arranges a collection of toys on the floor, which will react if they detect any movement. She uses another device to ask questions to try and communicate with any spirits in the room. Is it possible that there is still a young child here from the early days of Old Bedford School?
All right. We want to focus on if there are children in this room or in this building, can you please come to us? Follow my voice and come into this room, please. I'm calling on any children that are in this building. We want to talk to you. I have candy. You're welcome to have some candy. I've got some toys here. But I want to ask you a couple questions, okay? And then you can go out for recess. So all the children, please come into this room. And we're going to play some games. Are there children in this room right now? Yes. Are you in any of the photos on the wall? AU, and then it says wheels.
Hey, you and a wheel.
Can you see us? Fire, wagon, 7.
Are you in trouble? Walter, Chief.
Oh, we finally got a name?
Walter.
Could this be a reference to the Fitch General Store located just down the road from Old Bedford School and owned by Walter and Evelyn Fitch in the early 1900s?
Is somebody keeping you here? Shaken. Finger. Quickly. Are you a teacher? Text nothing.
Who is Sally? Please. AU. Got the AU again. What is AU? January. Y'all know what month that fire happened? But we got February earlier too. Yeah. Do you know about the fire? No response. Do you know about the fire?
But the fire was in January.
The fire was in January. Dug well.
After a full hour of questions, we believe we heard references to Walter Fitch's General Store, the fire that raged within this building, the well outside, and the mysterious initials AU. But the night isn't over yet. We still have more to investigate upstairs in the theater. Who is causing all the noises upstairs, and what is the meaning behind AU?
Are you involved with the theater? Audio production.
I
Heard that.
Yeah.
Listen again, as we clearly hear a man's voice say, audio production.
Okay, so you helped with the audio then. Oh, AU on the puck.
Yep.
Did you have anything to do with the lights? Audio again, audio. Are you making those noises? Stage. We have a problem.
The man's voice is leading us to
What's
the
the
stage,
problem?
so we decided to split up. Ben sits on the stage and puts on a blindfold and headphones to block out sights and sounds from the room. He only repeats the words he hears from his device
the
and
door.
cannot hear any of the questions we're asking.
You see that? It
At least the
disappeared.
new.
It disappeared.
Michelle investigates backstage, searching for the presence of the man.
I can't see anything. We can just. I just can't see. While he's on the stage, let's see if we get anything.
And then we found
Absolutely.
what may be the source of the voice.
East to the left.
See, right there. Look.
Down over there.
Are you behind the stage?
Something just touched me right here.
Do you see this?
I know it's weird for me to say this, but I'm feeling like something touched me, or like I'm feeling like weird.
Touch Ben again.
Talk to her.
Who's behind the curtain?
I'm always...
After this moment, nothing else was captured that night. While Mystic Ghost feels confident there is something wandering around Old Bedford School, they believe the spirit seems to be timid or shy, and additional investigations could uncover more clues as to who it is and why they are there. Tonight, we've delved into the chilling mysteries of Old Bedford School. But the question remains, what do you believe now after witnessing the unexplainable? Is it enough proof that something or someone remains within these walls? It's up to you now to decide.